Welcome to the first Feedback Friday session. I know I will repeat that in a moment in another clip, but I wanted to say that this was all pre-recorded, and this is all my honest feedback from the day. And if you do have any, if you are in the feedback stream and you want a little bit of clarification, don't feel free to hesitate. Well, don't hesitate to contact me on Instagram or any other social media platform like SoundCloud, and I wouldn't mind to help you out. So let's get into the welcome to the first Feedback Friday segment on the IGTV channel. I will be reviewing a few of the tracks I've had sent into my promo email. If you do want to get involved in that, you will find my promo email on my Instagram profile. I will be reviewing everyone's tracks, and it's a good way to get some honest and detailed feedback, and I will also give you pointers on where to move next with your tracks. So I will start with Malboy Music and Ethereal, if I'm pronouncing that right, and yeah. I do like the track. I am a fan of trance, so I'm more progressive trance, but I heard a little bit of some frequencies were clashing a little bit. But my advice is to try and learn a little bit of processing, and you could try and make the sounds more crisp and clean, and you want to make them hit harder. I also think, yes, I saw you didn't get a vocalist, but I recommend using Splice, or nowadays you can just buy a vocalist on, I think, Fiverr nowadays, and you can get a vocalist for pretty cheap. But some vocalists, if you want a really high quality vocal, you might have to spend a little bit extra. But other than that, I think it's a pretty cool track. We're going to now listen to Chris Prism's Hollywood. I have got set 2 demos from him. I will be listening to both of the tracks. I've already listened to the Swimming Beat, and I'll give some honest feedback on that. So without further ado, we're going to get right into I think the track is pretty cool, and it's definitely going to, get you some attention, which it obviously has with 12 point something K views. But I really think you could have, you could make the really vintage sample. You could bring that out a bit more. You could break so we could hear the sample a little bit more. And I think the track was a little bit over dominated by the claps and the snares and everything. You should have toned them down a little bit. But really, it's a great track, and I don't really doubt in, if you take these improvements on board when you make your next track, I definitely think it'll also be a banger as well. So yeah, other than that, great track. The next track we're going to listen to is by Voodoo Pharaoh, and he sent me The Last Drop, a dubstep track. I've not heard a bit of dubstep in a long while, so this is kind of that really cool electronic vibe, and it's good to see someone still going with a dead, like, the dubstep vibe. So we're going to listen to it. Without further ado, we're going to listen to his track, and if you do like any of the tracks you hear, do let me know, and I will, put you in contact with them so you can say thanks to them. So let's listen. It's a really great track. I'm really interested to see where the track goes. The claps and that are a little bit too loud in my opinion. I think you could benefit from parallel compression. So if anyone who's watching doesn't know what parallel compression is, it's a technique used, and it's really good for making your claps or anything that you want to compress in parallel, and compresses them to make them stand out a little bit more, and you know everyone wants that to happen. I also think that the track, you could add in the like breaks, if there's like breaks where there's no like big synths going on, you could add a respace so it builds up the tension so that when they're getting hyped for it, you can really generate that hype, and then people can be really like powered, and when the drop hits, then they know it's really powerful. But other than that, I think it's a great track. I really want to know where you want to take that track. So let me know how it goes, and I'll be reviewing it again when you've added some great improvements. Final track of Feedback Friday, I have got a track called Olive and Carry On. It has been said to be a little bit of tropical pop and tribal. But yeah, if you do enjoy the tracks, please let me know, and I will leave their social links in the IGTV video below. And let's get right into the video.
I move in the water, oh, take me under. I want to be healed, so wash me over. Speak in movement if anyone's looking.
In those 5 seconds, I think that instead of having the tribal pop, you could put it would sound really good as a drum and bass beat, which I didn't mean to open that, but a dubstep or no drum and bass beat, and it would because it would really like speed up the beat, and everyone would be really hyped for it. But yeah.